My name is Callum. I do stencil art under the name Calm. Stencil art particularly, being able to not have paint out constantly. I can do it at the kitchen table, do it in pieces, and I like that it's a art that can be replicated. I was a drawer as a kid, didn't sort of have time for it, but enjoyed the practice. So tried a few things and then started developing my characters, which is toucans, based on Toucan the bird and two spray cans, toucans, and just continued to develop that, and then went back to drawing that and then making that into a stencil. And through that, I can comment on things like the environment or politics or whatever issue. And so my art practice sort of drew me into the Melbourne art scene, street art scene at the time. And that's just something that has flowed from, a personal practice. Referring to the toucan sort of characters, they have developed a lot to become more expressive and more dynamic. Passion, pretty simple. It starts with family. And with that, I feel a real obligation to be connected, to provide, and then to be connected. From that, you build that stability, and then you can branch out into higher level things that you are passionate about. The environment, equality, being able to make a statement on political issues. But yeah, family, connection, and the environment are massively big. I still struggle to call myself an artist because to me, I'm just making pictures. So no, I've not always wanted to be an artist. I probably struggled as a young person to figure out what I wanted to do. And as a middle-aged / older person, still probably struggling with what I want to do. And I think I'm enjoying being this age and still exploring things, still finding opportunities and ways to be creative, productive, and, not just being set in my ways. My art practice enables me to give a voice to issues like the environment, like the picture behind me, a commentary on global warming and the coral die-off, particularly Great Barrier Reef, as if a funeral, flowers dying, that sort of thing. So I'm challenged, I suppose, for my work to make a comment, and that's actually quite motivating. I'm only 50. Younger self would have said, oh my Lord, 50. But I can feel the clock ticking. I have got to do things, otherwise time will run out. It runs out for everyone. We never have as much time as we want. So the time to do anything is now. If you have a passion, get involved now. If you have an interest, now is the time. And when we look at things such as climate, it's been kicked down the highway for too long. Action needs to be taken now. And so that's what I tell myself. Don't fuck around. Get to it now. Our time is limited. Our obligations change. Our situations change. A lot of people don't realise their school years, their uni years, you have time available to you that you may never have again. So use that to not be dead-eyed focus on one thing, explore things, and as they come full circle and merge, you'll find your path and you'll be better at it, whatever you choose to do.
Art is the expression of oneself. I feel like I have a connection with the artist's ideas.
I think Melbourne street art is a big part of the culture. It's very Melbourne. Depending on where you go, lots of it is performance, but if you go in the more grimy bits, lots of it is very, very unique to Melbourne, I would say. Lots of sticker art, lots of good graph, especially the graph. All of the big get-ups are very interesting, but I think the graph and the culture behind that is more interesting.
I love the Melbourne street art. It's so cool just walking around, especially down this alleyway. We literally just work right in that building and then right out here, ACDC Lane. A lot of history. So pretty.